Why do narcissists seem to rise to the top, winning in relationships, careers, and social circles, only to come crashing down in spectacular fashion? Let's break down the cycle of their success and their inevitable downfall. Narcissists often make an unforgettable first impression. Their charm and charisma can be almost hypnotic, drawing people in with their confidence and ability to say exactly what others want to hear. Whether in social circles, relationships, or professional settings, they know how to present themselves as the most fascinating and desirable person in the room. However, this initial allure is carefully calculated. It is not genuine connection, but rather a strategic performance designed to gain admiration and trust. Beneath the surface, their confidence and grandiosity create the illusion of success and power. Narcissists have a remarkable ability to make others believe they are more capable, intelligent, or accomplished than they actually are. They exaggerate their achievements, fabricate impressive narratives about their past, and project an air of superiority that makes people assume they must be exceptional. This self-assured attitude can be incredibly persuasive, especially in environments where confidence is mistaken for competence. To maintain their influence, narcissists rely on an arsenal of manipulation tactics. Gaslighting is a common tool, making their victims question their own reality and judgment. Love bombing, where they overwhelm someone with excessive attention and praise, creates an emotional dependence that is later used against them. In professional settings, they form strategic alliances with influential individuals, only to discard them when they are no longer useful. Everything they do is a calculated move to gain more power and control. Exploitation is at the core of a narcissist's rise. They see people not as individuals with feelings and autonomy, but as resources to be used for personal gain. Friends, colleagues, and even romantic partners become stepping stones on their climb to success. They take credit for others' work, manipulate relationships to their advantage, and discard those who no longer serve their purpose. Their rise is often meteoric, but it is built on a foundation of deception and betrayal. Narcissists thrive in competitive environments, whether in business, politics, or social hierarchies. Their boldness gives them an undeniable edge, as they are not held back by self-doubt or hesitation. They dominate conversations, take credit for ideas that are not their own, and position themselves as leaders, even when they lack the qualifications. In a world that often rewards confidence over competence, they appear to be unstoppable. Their willingness to take extreme risks is another reason they seem to always win. Unlike most people, who weigh potential consequences and act with caution, narcissists are willing to gamble everything for personal gain. They lie without hesitation, manipulate without remorse, and pursue success with a level of fearlessness that can be both impressive and dangerous. This risk-taking behavior often leads to rapid success, but it also plants the seeds of their eventual downfall. However, their victories are often short-term. Narcissists excel in fast-moving environments where results matter more than relationships. They climb the ranks quickly, but their inability to form genuine connections and their constant need for validation create instability. They burn bridges just as fast as they build them, leaving behind a trail of people who once admired them but now see through their deception. Perhaps the most defining trait of a narcissist's success is their complete lack of empathy. They can make ruthless decisions without hesitation, whether it means betraying a friend, sabotaging a colleague, or manipulating a partner. Their emotional detachment allows them to act in ways most people could never bring themselves to, giving them a distinct advantage in high-stakes situations. However, this same lack of empathy is what ultimately leads to their downfall. No matter how carefully a narcissist constructs their world, the cracks always start to show. Over time, the manipulation, deception, and ruthless ambition that once helped them rise begin to work against them. People who were once charmed by their charisma start to see the patterns of lies and exploitation. Relationships become strained, colleagues grow wary, and those who were once loyal start to distance themselves. The tactics that once made them successful begin to fail as their victims catch on. As the narcissist's web of deception unravels, they begin to burn bridges at an alarming rate. Former allies turn into enemies, and those they have wronged seek revenge or justice. The very confidence that once made them seem invincible now appears as arrogance and recklessness. People no longer admire them, they resent them. The narcissist may not realize it immediately, but their support system is crumbling and their power is slipping away. Their downfall is often accelerated by their own hubris. Overestimating their intelligence and invincibility, they make reckless decisions, believing they are untouchable. They push too hard, manipulate the wrong person, or take one risk too many. Their arrogance blinds them to reality, and before they know it, their empire, built on deception, begins to collapse. When this happens, their reputation is the first thing to fall. The truth comes to light, whether through public exposure, a scandal, or a series of betrayals. Lies are uncovered, people speak out, and the image they work so hard to maintain is shattered. The once admired narcissist is now seen for who they truly are, a master manipulator whose success was nothing more than an illusion. When a narcissist reaches the peak of their success, they often believe they are untouchable. However, their past betrayals inevitably come back to haunt them. Friends, colleagues, and even romantic partners who were once manipulated begin to seek revenge. Some expose their lies, others work behind the scenes to remove them from positions of power, and many simply walk away, leaving the narcissist isolated. Unlike before, when their charm and manipulation could fix broken relationships, this time, people see through their tactics. The narcissist realizes that they no longer have control over those they once dominated. Public exposure is often the final nail in the coffin. Whether through scandals, lawsuits, or widespread social backlash, the truth about the narcissist behavior eventually comes to light. In the digital age, where information spreads rapidly, they can no longer hide behind carefully curated facades. Their manipulations, fraud, or unethical behavior are broadcast for the world to see. Their downfall may come in the form of career destruction, legal consequences, or complete social ostracization. What was once a life built on illusion collapses under the weight of reality. As their world crumbles, many narcissists experience a severe mental and emotional breakdown. Without a constant stream of admiration and validation, they feel empty and lost. The grand image they created for themselves is shattered, and they are left with nothing but their own insecurities and self-doubt. Some lash out, desperately trying to regain control through new manipulations, while others sink into depression, unable to cope with their loss of power. Invent themselves with a new identity, a new group of followers, and a new plan to reclaim their former glory. This is why some narcissists seem to disappear after a scandal, only to resurface later in a different form, preying on a new audience. Their ability to manipulate and deceive does not disappear, it simply evolves. The question remains, do narcissists ever face true consequences? While some fall from grace permanently, others manage to rebuild and regain influence. History is filled with examples of individuals who manipulated their way to the top, suffered a massive downfall, and later found a way to reinvent themselves. Politicians, business leaders, and even celebrities who have been exposed for unethical behavior often return with rebranded personas, using the public short memory to their advantage. However, those who do not learn from their mistakes often repeat them, leading to a cycle of self-destruction that eventually catches up with them. Can a narcissist truly change? The answer is complicated. In rare cases, some develop self-awareness and seek genuine transformation. Therapy, deep introspection, and life-altering experiences can force them to confront their own behavior. However, true change requires accountability and a willingness to let go of the need for control and manipulation, something most narcissists struggle with. While it is possible, it is far from common. For those who have encountered narcissists in their personal or professional lives, the best approach is to recognize the warning signs and protect themselves. Learning to spot narcissistic manipulation, such as excessive flattery, gaslighting, and emotional exploitation, can prevent you from becoming entangled in their web. Setting fine boundaries, refusing to engage in their mind games, and prioritizing your own well-being are the best ways to avoid being used as another stepping stone in their relentless pursuit of power. If you found this breakdown insightful, do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into psychology, power dynamics, and the truth behind human behavior. Stay informed, stay protected, and stay curious.